This is Da Nang, a city located in central Vietnam. 1.2 million people lives here and have their daily life in this city. From the bustling city streets to the peaceful forest and shores, Da Nang is a place of contrast. Humans and nature share the same place, their fates are intertwined. Moving beyond the city streets of Da Nang lies the forest of Sumatra Peninsula, a forest surrounded by water and a place for biodiversity to thrive, with 1,000 plant species and 300 animal species. Here the trees are still able to grow undisturbed, and water finds its way through the ground, making small streams that flow quietly in the forest. At this time of the year, the forest begins to shift. Some flowers have already bloomed, others are starting to bloom, adding a variety of colors to the already green. Deep within the Sumatra forest stands an ancient banyan tree. The expansive canopy has aerial roots, and some of these reach down, taking root and rising as new trunks born in a quiet cycle of renewal, creating a dense, almost magical network of support. This tree is nearly 800 years old, offering shelter to countless species and standing as a symbol of nature's resilience. During spring, Sumatra is blessed with bright yellow blossoms of the yellow flamboyant trees, also known as copperpods. These ripened flowers offer more than just beauty. They are also a vital food source for a very special animal, calling this forest home. Hidden in the treetops, leaping between branch to branch, is the red-shanked Duke langur, a member of the Old World monkeys, the largest family of primates. Poaching and vanishing forest land continues to push the Duke closer to the edge, its survival hanging on a thread. These amazing creatures are among the most endangered on Earth, with only about 2,000 left, and close to 1,300 of them live here in Sumatra. During the dry season, they feed on the leaves and flowers of the yellow flamboyant trees. For the Dukes, the seasonal abundance of these trees helps sustain them through the challenging months, symbolizing the rich biodiversity of this unique forest. For most of the day they eat, moving through the treetops, often pausing to pluck young leaves, nibble on fruit, or chew bark. They are flexible eaters, and feeding is not just a necessity, but a rhythm of life, filling hours with quiet focus and deliberate motion. Dukes live in structured social groups called troops, usually numbering between 4 to 15, though some grow up to 30. Typically, they are led by a dominant male, and each troop is made up of females, their young ones, and sometimes subordinate males. Life in a large troop is not always without tension. Now and then, a brief clash is all it takes to restore good energy in the group. But even within the company of others, moments of solitude are common. A duke may sit alone, resting or observing, as if taking a pause from the rhythm of the group. Sometimes it seems as if they too are lost in thought, sitting quietly, their eyes drifting towards nothing in particular. In these still moments, they might be pondering life in their own way, or perhaps simply caught in the quiet discovery of something close at hand, their own tale. The flicks of their fingers, or the texture of a leaf. It's a pause that feels almost human, curious, calm, and deeply present. At other times, they sit in the trees in the most unexpected ways. sometimes changing positions, other times dangling with the long legs over branches, as if without a care in the world. It's a glimpse of the lighter side, and a reminder that nature too has its moments of ease and humor. That joy is universal. Between branches, quiet acts of affection play out as mothers tend to their young ones with delicate care. Fingers combing gently through soft fur, each stroke both comfort and ritual. But it's not always easy to lay still. Sometimes impatience gets to you. From time to time, they pause to eat the lice they find, a gesture that blends tenderness with survival. Part nurture, part nourishment. The red-shanked duke langurs are not alone in this forest. They share the canopies with other primates, like the rhesus macaque. They are more assertive, more adaptable, but equally at home amongst the leaves and branches. Rhesus monkeys are one of the most widespread primates in Asia. They are highly adaptable and remarkably intelligent. They thrive in forests, cities, and temples alike, living in complex social groups led by dominant females. Traces of human presence can be seen even here in the forest, and the animals are interacting with them. Small hanging bridges help wildlife move safely through the trees. Especially the duke never really adventures to the ground. But not all touches are kind. Power lines cut across the canopy, and some animals, like the dukes or the rhesus monkeys, risk injury when they attempt to cross them. Other times it's okay, and maybe even a spot to go to the toilet. Many visitors, unaware of the impact, shout at animals, feed them, or drive with cars beyond permitted paths. These disruptions may seem small in the short term, but in the long term it changes behavior. This can be dangerous, especially for the duke, which is more sensitive to changes, and for the rhesus monkeys, as they are more bold, crossing roads and putting themselves at a greater risk. Moving from the forest to the corners where water meets land. Herons take their place. Elegant cattle egrets flying through the skies and watching from the trees. But they are not the only ones. In Da Nang you see a lot of different birds. Another one is the silk heron, moving slowly through the shallows with its patient, precise and ever watchful movements. This bird benefits from the fish stirred up by passing fishing boats, an example of humans and wildlife coexisting in this rich coastal ecosystem. Also beneath the water's surface, a hidden world thrives. Coral reefs are often called the rainforest of the sea and are home to an incredible diversity of life, offering shelter, food and protection to countless underwater species. These vibrant ecosystems are not only vital to marine life, but to the health of our planet. Moving with the rhythm of the waves, an underwater world unfolds. It's a place where vibrant corals and muted tones dance together in a fluid tapestry of color and life, all softened by the gentle sway of the sea. And when the sun breaks through the surface, beams of golden light splits into the depths, striking the corals, making it seem like they glow from within. From the sea to the shore where crabs scurry across the beach, to the forest streams where water striders glide across the surface. from the surface of the water, where the insects move with grace, we rise to the forest's air. Here dragonflies dance through the sunlight, their delicate mating rituals adding to the seasonal rhythm. Butterflies, like the dark tiger, spangle, red heron, and grass yellow flutter by, bringing color to the breeze, each playing their part as pollinators in the ecosystem. Beyond the forest and reefs, the great machines of human ambition stir. The hum of machines, the clatter of construction, and the rise of urban development leaves a heavy footprint upon the natural world. A sign of a rapidly changing world where the balance between nature and progress is increasingly delicate. On this side of Da Nang, a vast harbor unfolds, its deep waters busy with the comings and goings of towering cargo ships and vibrant fishing boats. Cranes loom over the docks, containers stacked like giant puzzle pieces, making this place a lifeline for the city. But just a few minutes away lies a smaller dock. Hand-woven boats set out at first light in the morning, fishing the same coastal waters that have sustained Da Nang for generations. Along the Han River, fishermen cast their nets by hand in the silver morning mist, preserving a rhythm of life that has long flowed through the heart of this city. Meter by meter, they carefully cast the net, waiting patiently as the river reveals its catch, each pull bringing in the day's fish. High above, in the sky, modern activities like paragliding in the warm coastal winds take place, a way to enjoy the view of Da Nang's many faces. Below, the streets are filled with constant movement of traffic, a sea of motorbikes moving through the lanes, the clatter of engines, the honking of horns, and the chatter of pedestrians combine, creating a dynamic soundscape that defines the energy of the city. Motorbikes transport everything from passengers to large loads of goods, trash, and even furniture. Yet not all movement is hurried. Bicycles roll steadily along quieter streets, occasionally navigating the busier roads, offering a slow contrast to the city's constant movement. In the early morning, the city comes alive. Before the heat sets in, groups gather along the waterfront to exercise as the sun rises. On the smaller streets, children and adults alike kick and pass balls. A burst of playful energy adds life to the peaceful surroundings. And yet, even in these peaceful moments, the signs of our careless and growing presence remain. Plastic and other trash scattered along the shore is a reminder of our impact. Though these marks may seem subtle, nature feels them deeply, and each piece is a small fracture in the balance between humans, nature, and animals. But conservation efforts are underway, and progress is being made, although not enough. The red-shanked duck and many others still depend on our protection. Time is short and our choices matter. In the final light, yellow flowers sway gently, set against the backdrop of towering containers and passing ships. Two worlds, side by side, coexisting for now. But only if we choose to make space for nature and protect the balance that still remains.